What is happening, guys? Legend of Mike's here. So I'm back with another video, and this is something I've never done before, so please be easy on me. It's my first time ever doing this. So I'm doing a review on Assassin's Creed Origins. This is a hidden gem, and I've recently had a week off work, so I've just come back to it. I'm spending quite a lot of time in it, and when it first came out, I did really enjoy it. I thought it was a great game. Me and my girlfriend used to play all the time. Like, she loved it as well, and we used to spend a lot of time in it. And then FIFA came out, I got distracted by FIFA, and then Destiny 2 came out, I got distracted by Destiny. So the way these type of games look, like, you need to proper spend time in it. You need to sit there, get in that zone, smash it out, do everything, like your side quest, your main quest and stuff like that. You need to stay involved, and if you have too much of a break, that's it. It's a struggle to get back into the game. So as I've had the week off, I've literally got bored because I've done most of my games, I've completed most of them, and then this is one of the games that I've just stopped at, like, and I wanted to come back to. So this is my review on Assassin's Creed Origins. I hope you enjoy it. So please drop a like, comment below, and let me know how to improve this in the future. So let's get straight into it. First of all, I want to talk about the gameplay. Gameplay for me, Ubisoft has smashed it to a T. It is amazing. There's so many mechanics in the game that you can't, like, people just don't know about. There's so many finishes that you can do with each type of weapon. There's so many types of weapons. There's so many mechanics into this one little engine. It is just amazing to see what they've achieved. As you saw, you've got like ways you can walk up to a fire pit with your bow out, and your bow sets alight. There's different ways you can take people down from a horse. There's different finishers for literally each weapon. Has so many different types of finishers, and they're so amazing to watch. It freshens up the game every now and then. And then you've also got to talk about the way that they've made a system, like the weapon system is so great this year. And as you can see here, there's different types of bows. You've got the hunter bow, you've got the light bow, you've got the predator bow. There's so many different versions, and there's also, I can't remember what the tri-shot one is, but it's one that shoots 3 different arrows in one direction, and it's like a little shotgun effect. It literally just rips people apart. You've got different items that you can get, like you've got so much stuff for the store that you can buy, and there's so many different things. Even progressing through your abilities, you can get this ability that unlocks rarer items from certain shops. So when you go there, you get different items for yourself, like clothing wear, or like horses or anything like that. There's so many different things, and there's so much for. You can put your hat on, you can take it off, you can have your hat with long hair, you can have your hat with long hair and a beard, you can have your hat with short hair and a beard. You can do whatever you want. It's literally, they've given you so much like roam to do what you want. It's just a great experience. And then you've got different elements at the bottom, as you can see, where you've got like your hidden blade. You can upgrade that to do stronger attacks to certain people. You've got shields that can ricochet certain arrows, and how many like damage they can take before they can ricochet and before like you get injured and stuff. There's so much thought gone into it. There's the ways like on your melee weapons where they've got instant charging, so later on in the game you can get an ability that like you hold down R2 and your heavy attacks, and it makes it more powerful. But there's some weapons that do it straight away. There's some that have poisoning, there's some that have like bleeding effect. There's so many different type of things that they've put into this, and it makes the gameplay so great. Then you've got your story. Story this time around, I think they've worked very hard to make it as great as they can. And like I said, this was literally, if it wasn't for the fact that I was playing other games like Destiny and FIFA and all that, because they are like proper like time-consuming games. I know it might be bro gaming, but like they're time-consuming games where you can put a lot of effort into to get out, and that distracted me, and I couldn't get back into this once I come back. But coming back to it second time around, spending so much time on it, like the stories are really good. Like, it's so good. You learn about how you get the Apple of Eden, and you work your way up. Spoiler alert. You work like you go and kill these people, and then eventually, like as you're going through the quests, you get all this different information on like the ones that came before, and all of these different type of things that they've left them. It's very good. And then they've put so much thought into even this here is a side quest, and this side quest is great. Like it's it's so ridiculous why they haven't done this before. Why did they send us going back to there, get this, and come all the way back? Why did they do that? I lose interest in games like that. If they would have done this the first time around and made a massive change, and this is what I'm hoping they've done in Odyssey as well, made a massive change. This is a side quest, and it's got a cinematic scene. It's got like a proper good little story going on to it. So it's there's some as well where you do a little side quest, you go back, and then maybe like 2-3 hours later, you bump into another one that's like a lead on from that side quest. It's great. It's so good. There's one with a cult, and that leads on. It's so entertaining, and I honestly cannot tell you why they've not done this before previously. It makes the game so much more enjoyable. As you can see, what this lady's asked for is you to go collect her husband, because her husband's been missing or been kidnapped or whatever by like these bad people. So you go off or about your way with the military's captured obviously her husband. You set him free, and then once you set him free, you bring him back. You can even have like that. Everyone has certain little conversations as they're trotting him back. If you have to carry him back or something like that, they also have a conversation back and forth. There's one with a drunkard guy, and he ends up this girl gets him smashed out of his head, and she ends up marrying him, and then you have to help him get out of this thing, because obviously it's Egyptian times, so there's like tax there, and she's trying to say you've got like a virgin tax. Obviously she was a virgin, he had sex with her when she was pissed, and now he owes her money for losing her virginity to him. So it's very good. Like literally that's just a comedic like type of thing. It's historically true as well. It's something that happened, and they made a side quest so great. They need to do this when Odyssey comes out. Then you've even got like all of these other side quests. You've got horse racing, where you can ride the chariots around this little arena, and you compete with other people. It is great. You can play against your friends. You have like time events. You have different stages. You can start on like working your way up, and these are like 3-tier races. Some of them have like little scoring points, so where you have like, say, if you came last, you get nothing. If you came third, you get like 2 points. If you came like second, you get like 4 points, and if you came first, you get like 5 points. And there's so many like gameplay mechanics that they've put into this, where you've got like, if you're behind the person, your stamina reboosts like so faster than it does normally. And then there's also things where like, if you're drifting, your stamina boosts up. If you stay on the dark part of the dirt, your stamina builds up really fast. Or if you go onto the dirty side of the dirt, the cleaner side of the dirt, your stamina slows down. And then you've got things like your surroundings and everything you've got to pay attention to, because your chariot has health. So if other people ram into you, your chariot's health like disintegrates. And then if you bump into objects, you bump into scaffolding. There's so many things as you go up in the levels of the race as well. There's so many new things that get added. There's like marble just scattered around. There's people wandering around. People get more aggressive. Computers get more aggressive and ram you off. It's very good how much like thought they've put into a simple side effect. And then there's other things like the trials. You've got trials at like near the end. There's pretty much end games thing, and it happens all the time because they constantly put new ones in, and you get like special armor sets and special weapons and stuff from these trials. It's quite cool how they've done that, and it's not something I've seen in an Ubisoft game before, and I'm hoping that they continue this on Odyssey, because Assassin's Creed always has this like method of making a game every year, and it just repeats itself over and over again. So I hope that it doesn't do that this time around. So graphics, Ubisoft always set a high standard on graphics, and this time around they haven't failed either. Like, you can see how beautiful it is just on the gameplay I've showed you before in this review. Like, it's a mesmerizing game, and it's so historically correct that even archaeologists and all of that type of people that have gone to Egypt, and they've recently gone back to the Giza pyramids and stuff, and they found a secret entrance that Ubisoft have put in this game. I don't know if Ubisoft did it on purpose or by accident, but they found a secret entrance that's actually there, and they've not long discovered it either. And they also do like a documentary type of thing explaining all this type of stuff to kids, which I think is great, and there's ways you can learn from this, so it's educational other than the fact it's just a game. It's so beautiful. It makes you spend so much time like just wanting to explore, going to one place to another to see what it looks like. And when it sends you like out of your way to go to a certain part of the mission, or if you've got like a little question mark in the background and you want to go see what that is, you want to go look, because it's mesmerizing. It's just so, like, it's just a journey. It's wonderful. And then you've got sandstorm effects, which is very, very good. And then you can also like hallucinate when you're out in the desert for too long and you've just been riding along too long. There's so much thought in this game, literally so much thought, that I don't think anybody understands. And this is a great game. Graphically wise, it's superb. Like, I really hope that when Odyssey comes out, as I repeated again, when Odyssey comes out, the standard is just as high. So my rating out of 10 is a 9, because like I've said, I got very in-depth in this game and I loved it, I enjoyed it, I spent a lot of time on it. And then when the moment came where it was like going to other games, because it happens to me for some reason lately in single player games, I go to another game, come back to it, and I just don't have the effort because it's been too much of a break. And I don't know why, but that's the one thing that I am happy that I've actually had the time off to come back to this game, spend a lot of time on it, and I think it's a superb game, and I don't know why I even put it down for a second. It's amazing. It deserves more praise than it actually does get. And then you've even got like events like this, like it's constantly getting updated, and people are constantly still loving it, and I can constantly see screenshots on my timeline. So it's a very, very great thing to have, and I hope, like I said already, Odyssey is just as good. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. Like I said, my first time ever doing one of these. I don't know what you guys think. Please drop a comment below, let me know. I've been Legendary Mikes. I'll see you guys later. Please like, subscribe, comment below.